Gold podcast. This is Courtney.
This is Ashley, and we are coming at you live from Boston.
On a Saturday morning.
We love a Saturday morning recording session.
We do.
It almost hits better than a Sunday.
Oh, it definitely does. Because then we have a whole Sunday to ourselves afterwards.
And a whole Saturday after.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is.
It's beautiful.
Hold up. I just said, this is Courtney. I don't think I've ever said that.
I'm
always like, this is Court.
Yeah.
That just like felt really weird coming out of my mouth.
I also feel like sometimes we say, or we used to say, it's Court.
Yeah.
Instead of like, this is Court.
I never know.
You never know.
You never
Anything
know what you're
goes.
gonna get.
Anything goes. So, for those that are watching Spotify, we are trying a new technique for our video, so it's not so...
Yeah, we've had a lot of technical difficulties.
Yeah, you guys remember, like, this is a learning process. We do this ourselves. We don't have any type of production company yet.
Yet. Keyword.
Yet. Y-E-T. Yet.
But thank God for some of our photographer, videographer followers on Instagram, because they message us every week and they're like, girls.
You gotta fix it.
They're like, this is what you gotta do. There's been like at least 3 people that every single time message me the same thing. It's like, we're just trying.
How have you not fixed this yet? So, fingers crossed. This should be the the most crisp episode video-wise that you've seen. So you're welcome. But also, if it doesn't work, be patient.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay.
Patience and understanding is key.
Yes. Yes. Couple updates. You start it.
All right. Drum roll.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
We're working on something real special for you.
Very exciting.
No one asked for this.
Nope.
But you're all going to enjoy it.
We're getting merch.
We're getting merch. Honestly, so the concept came because I fell in love with this like business owner that sells said product. And I was texting him one day and I was like, would it be possible, hypothetically speaking, for me to customize one of these items? And he was like, yeah, girl, what you want? And I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. I probably just screamed in your room.
I know.
So
I'm
sorry.
looking at the sound waves. I'm like, woof. Gonna have to edit that
let me
later.
do it again. Oh, shit. Okay. And so we did just that. We custom made a little, you can do both product. We just got the samples in for 2 different color opportunities yesterday. We're wearing it. We're feeling it out. We're probably going to tweak some things. And then we're going to wear them. And if y'all want them, you can also buy one for yourself.
Yes. So I think we'll probably want your feedback and critiques before we put in like the big order. So stay tuned on the Instagram. We want your feedback and color choices if you like them, if you want to see something different. I just got really distracted looking at you because when you laugh, so one of my favorite things in people, like you either do this or you don't, is when you're laughing really hard and your eyes water.
Oh, yeah.
You and my sister both do it when you think something is really funny, and it just elevates the experience so much more. And I just needed to highlight that. I don't know. I was with Morgan yesterday and we were having a good time, believe it or not. And she thought she was being so funny and her eyes just like water, like she's going to cry. And it is one of the best things. Like, I don't know if it's a personality trait or what, but like appreciation for the eyes watering. It just makes my day.
Wait, so do your eyes not water? I feel like they must. Is that not something that happens
Not
to
like
everybody?
when I laugh on like a
Something
average
like casual.
thing. Like you do it almost every episode if we're like laughing hard and the eyes just...
I'll also just start like hysterically crying too.
Yeah.
Like I cry more laughing than I do more sad.
Yeah.
and good things happening.
It's like one of my favorite things.
That was cute.
Yeah.
I didn't really recognize. I mean, I knew that I did that, but I didn't realize other people recognized it.
Yeah. No. And it just like makes everything funnier.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just want to say one last thing about this.
Yeah.
So Ashley just said big order, and I'm just here to tell you that limited quantities only, people, so you got to get them while they last.
By big we mean like
40
max.
max.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we're excited about it though, because we're not gonna ever put something out that we don't personally love ourselves, so we hope other people love it too, and if not, then that's totally fine.
Yeah.
and we'll just have it all. More the merrier.
Say less. Those are all my gifts for the year.
Yeah, right?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
you can do both.
birthday.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
The coffee in hand just really makes it. Okay, so that's update number 1.
Yeah.
Update number 2.
Just a reminder, Baubles and Lace event, April 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. Ideally, we're getting a flyer soon, and we'll be pumping that out on socials. So mark your calendars. It is a Tuesday. We're making Tuesdays fun again. Is there an update number 3?
It's our Boston Recs of the week, but I have a question.
Yeah.
Are we looking into the camera more often?
You know, this is something I randomly started doing.
I know,
don't know
and
why.
I picked it up, but it was never
Yeah.
something that was said. So I'm like, am I supposed to be looking at the camera now?
I don't think you have to. I just feel like when I'm addressing someone else, I'm
the
like,
audience.
listen to this. Listen to this. This is important. I feel like if I lock eye contact, it might get the message. But if I'm talking to you, I don't need to address them.
Of course.
But
Okay,
yeah.
glad we clarified that.
Yeah. I don't know. I could stop doing it too if you don't like it.
Oh, no. I'm just like, all right, there's been a shift here. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure, see if it was like, maybe something I should start doing or maybe not.
No, it's all right. Do whatever feels natural. For some reason, it's just felt
For
natural
some reason, I
to me.
cannot stare this camera in the eye. Like, it makes me so uncomfortable for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Also, the way we've had 20 tangents already in
Yeah.
this first 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be today's episode. We're having a catch-up episode,
We are.
which is like long overdue.
And as I was journaling this morning, by journaling, I mean prepping for this episode, I think rather than a catch up, it's more of like a brain dump. Like these are all the things that have been on my brain
Yeah,
and just
it's
like
true.
little updates. So they're just random.
But before we get in to the episode,
Boston Rec of the Week.
Boston Rec of the Week.
You go first. Actually, I'm going to go first because we have story time for yours.
Okay.
Mine is quick. It's just Liv's Juice Bar. It's a juice bar smoothie place in Medford. So you got to drive there. But it is so good. And I haven't been in months. But I have been craving it like no other.
It's so good. Wait, what's your order when you go?
I do the Blue Magic or whatever.
It's the spirulina one.
The spirulina one.
So
and I
good.
add chia seeds.
Nice.
And it hits so good every single time.
I forget exactly the title of the one that I get, but it's a green one, but it doesn't taste green. I think there's like spinach or kale in it or something that obviously makes it that color, but it's like tastes like banana, mango, pineapple-y. It's just like very tropical. Then you add some collagen protein powder into it and it gives that creamy texture. Their protein balls are also amazing too.
I was going to say that
They
too.
make everything for fresh. They have
So
like
good.
4 different flavors. You can buy one or you can buy like a pack of like 6 of them or whatever. I'm stealing your thunder. Continue as to why you love it so much.
No, that's perfect.
I'm like, damn, I haven't thought about that place in so long. It is so good.
And they have the stamps. So if you go to get a smoothie, you can stamp it out. And then after 10 smoothies, you get a free one.
Yes.
So I have 2 cards in my purse that I've been carrying around with me in case I happen to go there. But I just can't get myself to drive up there, especially now that I have to park on the street.
You know what we should
But I'll
do?
get into
We
that
should do
later.
that
What?
today
Go up and get smoothies?
after this episode.
That's exactly what I want to do.
Okay, yay.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, what is your Boston Rec of the Week?
Okay.
This might be the best rec we've ever had, guys. So
it is
listen
the best
closely.
rec. Farmacia in the North End.
With an F.
Farmacia.
You win the spelling bee.
Thank you. It is a curated cocktail experience, I would say.
Definitely an experience.
It doesn't even have a sign on the door. It has like this like little like snake. You have to, good luck trying to get a reservation. The only reason we got a reservation this past week was because you have to make reservations a month in advance. I think they only go live on like a certain day and they go so quickly because it's like a 9-person bar and that's simply it. And so you pay per head cost, I think including tax and tip you pay beforehand. It's around $90 per person, but it's super intimate. There's like 2 bartenders and then the menu changes 5 times per year. So there's a theme. When we went, it was a Caribbean like pirate theme. And that's like all the cocktails are like curated to whatever the theme is. And then you get how many drinks when we got in, we got like a shooter to start. It was
like
a mixed drink, but it was like it
Yep.
was a shot.
And
then
that's like non-negotiable. Like everybody
Yeah.
gets that. You don't get to choose.
Exactly. And then we chose 2 from like another list.
Yeah. It felt like appetizer, entree, dessert, but in
Exactly.
drink form.
Yes, exactly.
So you get 2 of the entree drinks. And when I tell you, these drinks were just phenomenal.
Yeah, so complex. Like nothing you can just order at a bar or like order at any restaurant. They came on fire. They came in like really cool glasses and like very Instagrammable.
Yeah. Wait, what were they sprinkling that they lit on fire? I kept wanting to say it was cinnamon, but was it something else?
I don't remember.
They had like a spice, so they'd put your drink down and then they would light something on fire as they sprinkle, let's call it cinnamon, and it was literally like a firecracker, like a firework.
Yeah.
It was so cool. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. It's like your drink was amazing, but you always wanted what the other person had because you can't tell what the display is going to be on the menu. So it's
Right.
like you can't go wrong with any of them. But yeah, it was just very different. We were probably there for how long?
I think 90 minutes.
Yeah, like 90 minutes. Then it's booked up. Like
Yeah.
you only got like a little window. So then we ended up finishing our drinks just in the like standing area.
There was a
And-
dessert drink too. I don't know if we
Oh
mentioned
yeah,
that or
we
not.
didn't. We didn't. So
Yeah.
after the 2 entrees, you get 1 dessert drink.
And then that closes it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
was-
think we were talking about this when we were there, but the ideal night is to kind of go on not an empty stomach because that's not good, but eat something light,
Yes, you can.
get your buzz on, and then stuff your face with pasta in the North End.
Yes, exactly. Use it as like a pregame for dinner.
Yeah.
Or even if you just want to go pick up a pizza at like
Yes.
Regina's afterwards and go home and like eat
Yeah.
your face out.
It was so good. I was so impressed.
Yeah. And
by
it was
that.
just like you pay for the ambiance. Like it feels like a very exclusive, special experience. Obviously the bartenders like are so personable and like make good recommendations and like overhear little things that you say and comment here and there because the place is so small. It just feels very intimate.
Yeah. He was even like, how spicy do you want your drink? We can always edit it after. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. It's like you're sending your steak back to be
Yeah.
cooked a little longer.
Exactly.
It was amazing.
Yeah. It was awesome. And then, I mean, I guess this could like go into story time a little bit. We went to Cafe Vittoria afterwards, which I hadn't been to in a very long time. And we got a pistachio martini and it came with a scoop of pistachio gelato in it.
So
It was
good.
like it was actually delicious. Certainly a dessert drink. Like you wouldn't
Yes.
start your evening with that the way that some people would an espresso martini, but it was so good.
It really was. And then for no reason at all, we decided to order another martini. So if anyone's keeping tabs, we had like 6 or 7 drinks
Of all different types of alcohol.
with no food.
Mm-hmm.
You can do both.
So I was in the shitter. That sounded terrible. I wasn't actually on the shitter, but I was in a dark place yesterday.
The eyes are watering again, ladies and gentlemen.
They are, because I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. That's like not a part of my vocabulary.
No, I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
No, but I was down bad yesterday. We're doing better today, though.
Yeah.
You know what is a vibe in my life right now? Like drinking one night a week. Like I still very much enjoy, like if there's an experience around it or maybe like cooking dinner or whatever. But like that's all I need because I honestly feel like shit in my
Yeah.
almost 25 years of life.
Everything's fine. I want to go pick up that kin drink,
Oh, still.
and maybe I'll have that tonight.
Yeah, I have a can to give you still because I
Oh.
bought us both like 4, but I drank one of yours when you're over, so I owe you one.
Oh, you're
So I could bring it over.
even Steven.
Of course.
Love that. Are you coming over tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not going to drink much.
That's fine. I don't want to drink much either because we'll get into it, but I need to work out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I cannot be
same.
hungover. So.
Same.
Okay, with that, should we like intro the episode again just so like this is the start
This is
of
the
the
start.
content?
Yes.
Okay. So today we're doing a little catch up brain dump episode. We haven't done one of these in a while, but more of just like thoughts in our head, things we've been experiencing. Ideally, they relate to you. You won't feel alone. And yeah.
And hopefully it'll just be entertaining.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's
I
what we're
have
here for.
so much random shit happening in my life. And I feel like we have had so many episodes as of recent that are just so we have an agenda. This is what we're talking about. And we have like a little catch up at the beginning, but it doesn't really let you guys in on everything that's going on. So we're here to pour it all out.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so with that,
I know, how is it going to work? Because I feel like we both...
This is also like all over the place. So
yeah, so is mine.
Bear with us.
So do we go back and forth?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah.
Let's feel it out.
Okay.
You can start though.
All right. So I'm going to try to do this in order a little bit. So my skin has been on the struggle bus. Like I started breaking out so bad last week. I hit my breaking point. And I was like, I have to make a dermatologist appointment. My skin, ever since that damn hydrofacial that I told you guys about, my skin has just been terrible. So I was like, this is my turning point. I made a dermatologist appointment that I actually had yesterday. But this was the week prior. I bought a water bottle. I'm going to show you guys on camera. It is this Yeti water bottle, and it's like big. It's 30-something ounces.
Does that straw come with it or no?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It comes with this straw. It's like a glass straw. And I've been chugging water. And I got the face wash Cetaphil, which I used to use like back in high school, like has not entered my life since then. The way my skin is almost clear.
Is it because you're using less products or no? Like,
I think it's just because I'm hydrated and I'm really deep cleansing my face.
Well, ever since Beauty by Anita posted about the Cetaphil bars of soap, that's what I've been using. She said that's been her main thing.
Oh.
It's literally, I got them at Target last weekend because I'm also having skin issues right now. And it's like $12 for 3 bars of soap.
Okay.
And it's just, I think, a more pure form of the actual like pump that everyone else has. And there's a gentle one or there's a deep cleansing one. Okay. And I got the deep cleansing, and I've also noticed a good difference. But I also think it has to do with like, well, I know for a fact my hormones have a big part to play in my acne.
Me too.
And as I've gotten older, like, why is that a thing? Like, as women get older, I was very lucky to have pretty flawless skin a majority of my life. And then the second I graduated college, terrible acne. It's like, for why? For why? Because I haven't changed anything about my diet. Like, I am a relatively healthy human being too. And so it's like, for why?
I know. No, acne is really frustrating. I've dealt with it my whole life. It was really, really, really bad.
You've been on Accutane.
Yeah, I went on Accutane in college. That was a nightmare. That was like the first time I ever got like depressed in my life. And I was like, so ideally I never have to go on that again.
Yeah.
But I've tried every single acne medication under the sun. Long story short, I went to the dermatologist yesterday. I had taken photos of my skin when it was really bad, because why does this always happen?
Yeah.
You make an appointment
Literally?
because something is, like, your skin's really bad, and then you show up, your skin's perfect, and they're like, oh, sweetie, you don't need anything, just update your cleanser. So I took photos. She didn't even need to look at them. She was like, okay, we'll get you on this. So now I'm prescribed, it's like a blood pressure medication, but apparently it did a terrible job with blood pressure and was great for women with hormonal acne.
Oh, wow.
So I have that. I got my tretinoin refilled, and then I got like a topical antibacterial thing for my face in the morning. And then just for fun, I told her about my sweating issue. And she prescribed me.
We're getting intimate in today's episode.
We are. Well, I feel like there's no way I'm the only person that has like a sweating problem.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah. And I've never brought it up to anybody. I've like just tried over the counter stuff, and you know, I live with it. It's fine. But she prescribed me like this lotion, and I guess you put it on at night for like 2 or 3 nights, and then it's just on an as needed basis. And I'm convinced I'm like not going to be able to sweat.
That's very fun.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. So the reason I bring this up is to get a water bottle that makes you drink water. Would recommend this Yeti one. You don't need the Stanley cup. That one's just so extra. Just get the Yeti one. It's great. And get Cetaphil or like a new cleanser, because I've been using like a dermalogical one that is just probably expired at this point.
Yeah.
So update your cleanser and make your dermatologist appointment, because even if you don't even have acne, get prescribed tretinoin. It is so good for cell rejuvenation and reducing fine lines, and you just like need to do that preventatively.
Yeah. I know. I actually saw a TikTok the other day that it was like, this is your sign to make all of your appointments. It's like, make your dentist appointment, make your doctor, because like the new year, it's like, just get it out of the way with, because honestly, by the time your doctor, for the most part, will probably have availability, it'll be 6 months from that time anyway.
Yes.
So it's very hard. So I'm a little upset about the current weather in Boston.
Okay. Because it got cold.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's March.
Yeah.
And I know that it gets cold through like May and sometimes June, sometimes.
I think that's an extreme case.
No, I feel like you don't have like beach weather until at least end of
beach
June.
weather. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But it's not cold. It's like spring weather.
Yeah, but
like
I'm
60.
just I don't like the in-betweens.
Yes. I don't either. I'm with you.
So I'm going to Florida next week.
Yeah.
And because of that, I've been in my health era.
Yes.
As of like the past 3 weeks, ever since I was able to not be traveling every week, I finally have like refound joy in my routines, and I have been really consistent in the gym. And I'm also on the hunt for bikinis. Where can you buy good quality, somewhat affordable bikinis? Because I'm in an era where like I don't think I bought any really new bikinis outside of like random one-off Amazon ones like last summer. For this summer, I want to go all out with my bikinis.
Like, I would say Frankie's, but they're so expensive. Pepper Mayo, I got really cute bikinis from there, and I would recommend. And they were, like, affordable. I got them on sale. 437, I really like, but they are kind of expensive, but they always have sales.
They're just, like, I don't know. They're kind of, like, basic. I don't love the way it has 437 on, like, the actual material itself.
I don't think it does.
It does. I checked them out recently. On the butt, it has 437.
All of mine don't have 437, but I got it when they were very new.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why. Maybe they were like, oh, now that we're popping off, we need to brand ourselves.
Well, now that my my phone knows that I'm really looking for bikinis, I get like ads, Instagram ads.
Bikini.
Literally every other Instagram story that I watch, it's an ad. And there's so many companies out there. Most of them are like based in Australia. And I'm like, I just don't know like what's actually going to be a good one to order from. So if anyone has any recommendations of like tried and true places where you've loved ordering bikinis from, like I would still try 437. Like I would still try if I liked it. But if anyone has like, this is my go-to spot, or like I got stuff from here recently, need it. Then my final point about the bikinis in the health grind era is I also have Memorial Day plans to go to the Bahamas. So
exciting.
That really spiked my, all right, like I got like 3 months before then. So why not try to feel as good as I possibly can?
Isn't it nice to kind of have that motivation?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
When Joe and I booked our Miami trip, Joe was like, I'm going on a diet, no fast food, I'm not eating carbs. And as much as I wanted to roll my eyes, we had never looked better. Joe like got all toned up. I was so motivated. We were hitting the gym. It's just so nice to have like that motivation and that deadline.
Exactly.
But for those that don't have a trip, summer's not that far away.
Exactly.
So use June 1, the beginning of summer. Okay, so I think I want to talk about my move quick because there is moving drama. So I told you guys I'm moving April 1st, but that's really all I alluded to. Basically, I'm going to try to make this concise. The current condo building that we are in decided they need to redo their entire elevator. So as of Monday,
so convenient.
March 13th, the elevator will be out of commission for 4 to 5 weeks, which obviously leads into April, which is past our move-in date.
No.
I know. So we already had like signed the lease for April 1st, and then that same week, the news came out that the elevator would be down. Let me fill you in. We are on the top floor. We're on the 6th floor. And there's only one elevator. There's no free elevator. So we can't really move out the big stuff. So we negotiated with our current guy. He's like, what the heck? This is crazy. I'm so sorry this is happening. But like, I'll let you guys stay that extra week for free.
Yeah.
Because it's not your fault. And it'll be fine. So Joe and I were like, okay, it's fine. Like, we're going to leave the couch, leave the big mirror and our mattress. The rest of it, we decided we were going to pack everything up and put it in the parking spot in the garage downstairs. So our current unit comes with one garaged parking spot. But I have like a South End sticker. So we're like, it's fine. We're going to stack up our boxes. And that way, come April 1st, we'll be able to move the small stuff in at least. Because like we're paying rent in this new place. I want to be there. Yeah. I'm ready to GTFO.
Yeah.
So Thursday night, we tried to keep it as close to the elevator time as possible. We moved like all these boxes down, our paintings, my desk, some chairs, all this stuff. Yesterday afternoon, I get a call from our like doorman, And he's like, "Hi, Ashley. So sorry. I know you guys are really stressed out about the move. Let me remind you, we've already told him we were moving our stuff to like our garage parking spot." He goes, "Someone in the building complained about the boxes. The parking spots are not supposed to be used for storage." And I was like, "Richard, come on. You know our situation. We're moving out. Like, we're on the 6th floor. Did you explain our situation to them? Like, can you give them a call back?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know. I think it would just be better if you could really do something about that." Long story short, everything's fine. Joe called our guy and he was like, literally, he also said we'd be fined if we leave it there. So the guy who owns this, his name's David. David is the best. And David goes, "Literally, this is so ridiculous. Do not move your stuff. Like, if they try to find me, I will literally make the building pay for the free week I have to give you due to the elevator being down." So we're like, okay, it's fine. But I'm just like nervous about it now. I feel like I finally got to like a good place where I was like, okay, this is all going to work. And now I don't know who the heck complained. Like, are they going to see? I'm worried they're going to steal our stuff.
They're not going to steal your stuff. Okay. Reality of the situation is people need to have money to live in this building because it's a condominium like complex in the heart of Boston.
Yes.
So people are just like probably old and particular and just have enough money to complain about things. So they're not going to do anything to your shit. And what are they like? That's just, I can't even believe someone in their right mind thought about this, that this pile of organized boxes.
It looks really nice.
Pissed someone off so much that they felt the need to complain to someone else.
Right.
Like, what's going on in their life that makes them this bitter and miserable about something that's so not affecting them in any way, shape, or form?
Right. And here's what I think happened. I totally understand if you have $1 million+ condo in this building, you don't want to see the garage look like a storage unit. However, the garage is literally trash to begin with. Yeah. But I get it, but they probably didn't know our situation. Yeah. They probably think we're using that as storage indefinitely. But if Richard, our doorman, would just call and be like, "Hey, just to fill you in, like, it'll be out in 2.5 weeks. Yeah. It's very temporary. They're just trying to move the elevators down." They would have been like, oh my God, no problem.
Yeah, and we know Richard didn't do that.
No, Richard didn't do that. Richard's a...
Oh!
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. He's a pushover. He literally can't stand up for himself.
You just said that word. That was vulgar.
I'll put a beep over it.
Go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, so that's like my moving drama. Honestly, like, let me know what you would do. I mean, I guess it's kind of already done now, but I was going back and forth. I was like, do I get a truck? Do I just wait to move after? Like, what do I do? It's just really, moving is already so stressful. And it's like, why? We have such good luck in every other area. This is really just for the bit, so whatever. But it's like, why? Why does this have to happen the 1 month?
Yeah. No, it's like you've been here for not a year, but pretty close to it. And then this has never happened before, but it's happening exactly the day that you need to move out.
Yeah, like literally how? And you know the elevator, like any type of construction, it's never done when they say it is.
Oh, no, never.
So we're not getting in there till like mid-April, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I was hoping maybe I could borrow an air mattress. Yeah. And I'm going to sleep on that in the new apartment.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. And then a final point here, just to close it out. So because I have to park on the street now, I had to move my car this morning because I couldn't find parking last night. Mm-hmm. I haven't had to street park in the South End. This may be very like Boston niche with like the residential parking, but I had to park in a metered spot. So I had to get up to make sure I don't get a ticket because meters start at 8. And I was just thinking to myself, having to like circle an area is so humbling. And I was like, what if I came from like my dream interview and I just got offered my dream job? You're on top of the world. You're like, yes, I'm going home to celebrate. And you can't find a parking spot. You're circling for 35 minutes. Worse, you just got engaged. You just came from the beach. You're so excited. You're going out for celebratory drinks. You just got to stop home quick. You got to park the car. You can't find parking.
Ruins a moment.
It really ruins a moment. And I was like, this is just tragic.
It is. It's city life. It's you choosing to have a car in a city. That's very drivable.
Yeah. Oh, it's tough.
It is.
So there's my rant. But that's the drama that's been going on. Yeah, that I just felt Like I need to share, you know?
It'll end up working out.
Everything always
it
works
just
out.
sucks because something like a move consumes your entire brain and life.
Yes, it does. Totally does.
And on that note, I'm also moving in the near future. And so I just started that whole process with Mr. Matthew. And we don't need to move. We have a very flexible move-in situation because I am going to move out of my place in the South End with Camila and Sophia, which I'm actually really sad about. But also exciting because I'm moving in with Matt. And Matt has the luxury of paying months a month. He doesn't have like I need to be out by September 1 or whatever. So if we find a place in time for June 1 that we love, we can move in then. If not, I can live with him for a little bit. Figuring out what to do with my stuff will be a little bit chaotic, but I honestly don't have much. Like I'm not the owner of like any of the big pieces of furniture. I'll honestly leave all like my kitchenware stuff outside of like my blender that I'm really particular about, like with Cam and Soph, because he has everything. Like it's probably just going to be like my clothes and maybe like a TV. I'm going to get rid of my I'm not going to take everything with me basically.
It's actually so nice.
Yeah. Like I want to take my bed frame, but like I'm going to sell my mattress. Like I'm going to end up selling a lot of my stuff because he has it already. And then we're just going to want to get new stuff together.
The same. Like our relationship dynamics are the same. Like Joe sold all of his shit because like I already had it all. You get to do the same. And it's like you and Joe are so fucking lucky when it comes to like moving in with somebody like Matt or I.
No, it's so true. It's so true. And then I'm just going to like skip around and order the fun stuff with the new money that
you get to have fun,
I got
from selling all your
stuff.
shit. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I was watching Joe sell this stuff on Facebook Marketplace and I'm like, I feel like I deserve a cut in some way. But then we like buy new stuff and like we split this couch 50-50. He got to sell his couch.
But I'm sure it was a shitty couch that you would never want on your place.
No, never. Exactly. Yeah. And it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's just an interesting concept.
It is. So yeah, basically we have flexibility, and I'm back and forth because the summer is such a time for you to go on weekend trips and like travel and just not be inside of your apartment. Even if it's like we're not going anywhere, it's like going to a beach 45 minutes away, or like just always out of your apartment, like outdoor dining and going out after work and sitting on the Esplanade. So it's like not a time where you spend a lot of time in your space. So it's like, why don't I just suck it up, save money by not having to pay a ridiculous amount of rent, live with him, and then move in as it gets like closer.
Yeah.
To like September 1 or whatever. But then on the other hand, it's like, it might be really tight trying to like live in his like 1-bedroom place where not even the fact that it's not enough space for the both of us, but just like things are already moved in fully with just all of his stuff. So like, will that be an unsettling feeling? But also I kind of live unsettled all the time and I'm okay with that. But anyway, that's like the dilemma. So essentially if the right unit comes up, then we'll move in starting June 1st. If not, we have time and we don't have pressure, which is very nice. And then the second piece that I want to share is we're exploring a lot of different neighborhoods of Boston. So we originally were really excited about Seaport. And the reason why we're moving out of Back Bay, or he's moving out of Back Bay, is because his commute to work just sucks. Like he has a 45-minute walk right now. And Seaport is much closer. And neither of us would be able to afford Seaport on our own. But we're like, that could be really fun to get to experience it together because we have both of our incomes to do that. And so we wouldn't be saving money by moving in together. Like we're going to be spending, if not like definitely more than what we're both paying now, which is just sad. But Seaport, we started touring because I'm like, all right, we have all this time. Like let's get a sense of the different neighborhoods, the buildings, whatever. We went on a couple apartment tours in Seaport last weekend. Today we have 4 apartment tours, which is a lot.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I don't know why I did this. Essentially, I had
it's
a tour.
Fun, though.
I had a tour scheduled for 2:00 and 4:00, and I was like, and both in like the same neighborhood. So I was like, why don't I just like schedule some in between that so that it could be back to back. Anyway, and what we've come to realize is Seaport is just like not all what it's cracked up to be, and I know people know that and they've been knowing that. But it's just so wild how much people pay to live in that area. Like, 1-bedroom units and not even that nice of buildings start at like $45, or like
Yeah.
some of them start like upwards of $3. Like studios are like $3,100.
Yeah.
1-bedrooms are like $4 something, and we're looking at 2 bedrooms, but we're like, you know what, maybe we don't even need the space, and it's such a waste of money. And then you finally find something in your price range, then it's no street parking and $500 a month for parking.
Crazy, the parking over there.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun. I like the tours themselves are just like a vibe, and it's wild to see like certain buildings, and I'll call this one out. Nema, it was previously Nema. They just rebranded to Metlo because they have a new management company. Terrible. It's one of the newest buildings.
That was the one that like I always wanted to go tour because I saw it online, and then Joe and I decided Seaport was not for us, so we never even toured it. So it actually made me feel really good when you were like, this sucks, and I was like, oh, good, I needed to hear that.
It's just so wild. Like a lot of places in Seaport, they invest so much money in the common spaces and like the amenities, which make it feel so luxe, but the rooms are small, the finishes are shitty. Like you can hear the dog barking down the hallway, like in another unit. It's like, ooh, like who would pay this much money to live here?
Yeah. So if you find yourself being envious of like all these Seaport people and they're what you think is a gorgeous apartment, like you are not seeing how much money they're spending and like the finishes and like their quality of actual life there, and do they have a car or are they paying $500 a month? Like,
yeah, no.
I don't know if it's all it's cracked up to be.
Matt turned to me like the other day and was like, it just feels like a hotel.
Yeah, listen, I've been telling you, it's all cookie cutter, it's all the same, they're all white, and you think it's pretty, and then it's like, oh, they all literally feel the same, and I'm overpaying. Yeah. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are manifesting Courtney and Matt to live in our building. Keep it going.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah. No, moving's really hard.
It is.
Yeah. I think we should do like a moving tips episode.
Yeah. It's also, it's a double-edged sword, like not having pressure to move. Because it's like, oh, maybe something nicer will come. Like, I feel like I don't like feeling pressured to make a decision, but also having all the time in the world and all whatever is like, oh shit, like what do I do? Like when do I actually take up an opportunity? But I'm going into it with, when I see a place or when I tour a place, like it'll just feel right. So it'll end up working out.
Know, like it's hard to find a good place in Boston. So like when you tour something that you find, oh, I can see myself here, then that's when you know.
Yeah. Okay, your turn.
Okay. So this is like literally not my update, but Joe got a new job. Woo! And I'm just so proud of him. He's been applying to places for so long and like has really been through the ringer. I could not imagine applying to new jobs, so I just want to shout out kudos to him. He's going to be starting like right after we move in, which is just the ultimate fresh start. Not That's only awesome. Do you have a new space, but you're starting like this is his second job out of school, so like he's been with, I can say it now, but he's been with Oracle for 5 years. Yeah, which is crazy. So this is just like, oh, I'm just so excited for him, and he's going to be in the office, so he's not going to be home all the time. I'm going to have alone time in the apartment. And I'm just like really excited about that. And I just want this move to be here. Like I've never wanted April so bad. And I hate to be wishing away March and like my time right now. Something I've been battling with is just like, I feel like my life is on pause until this move. I'm like, oh, all these next 3 weeks, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I do. They mean nothing to me. Like my life will start again when I move, and I need to break that mindset. Yeah. I'm doing it with the cooking. I don't want to cook because I'm like, I'm going to cook more when I have a bigger fridge and I have a nicer kitchen.
3 weeks is a long time.
It's so long.
And also like, I mean, I'm not going to manifest this, but I don't know. What if it ends up being a little bit longer? Like you can't like be waiting for this one specific day to do anything or just to be really excited about, because you're setting a expectation and a bar that if it's not met, then you're going to be really upset.
Yeah. And I've been doing the same thing with the gym because I hate the Dartmouth Street Equinox so bad, but it's a block away from my apartment right now. So it just makes sense for me to go there. Yeah. But I hate it. I don't like the classes. I don't like the gym. It's always packed. So I'm like, I skipped the gym like almost every single week this week. I literally went just for the steam room because I was like, I hate this gym.
Yeah, that
I
sucks.
don't want to be here.
That
so
sucks.
I've been telling myself, oh, once I move in, I'm going to be 2 blocks over from my favorite Equinox gym. And then I'll really, pick up my fitness.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ashley, you need to knock it off and just start it now. I have to stop living my life for this moment. And I wanted to share this because I think a lot of people deal with this in different ways. But it's like, oh, when I lose 10 pounds, then I'm going to start going on the dating apps and going on my first date. And it's like, you just have, when my acne clears up, then I'll take more pictures of myself and start, posting an Instagram photo.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you need to stop waiting for this next step. And like, I need this reminder too, as you just heard. But if you're listening and you feel like you're waiting for something, just do it now and start it now. And don't be waiting for like this next timeline or this next big event.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, there's always going to be something else that you're excited about or waiting for. So it's like you're living life in purgatory, for lack of a better term. It's like you're waiting. You're not living to a certain extent because you need this to happen before it. But that's just like, it's procrastination. Mm-hmm. It's you not living to your means.
Yeah.
And that just made me think of something that was also on my list to talk about. I've felt a very strong urge to start like consulting as like a side hustle specific to what I'm like an expert in, which is building community around a brand. So it wouldn't necessarily be social media marketing or like very hyper specific to what you probably honestly see on like TikTok or Instagram. But I just feel like I have a really unique skill to help people like activate their customers and build brand loyalty. And I have so many connections, and there's just I've literally been thinking about this since, I don't know, for the past like 2 years almost. But I keep on saying to myself, I just need like that one client, or I need like some sort of sign that pushes me to do it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I've already had those signs, but I just continue to make excuses for myself when I am and have been feeling drawn to something specifically.
Yeah.
And so me putting this out into the universe is going to keep me accountable and saying like, I should start this even just like as a passion and to like see what's out there. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's so easy to make excuses. Like, so easy. Like once I feel like this opportunity falls into my lap, then I'll do it. Yeah. And it's like, if you don't live that way, like you can always make excuses for something.
Yeah. And that's the difference between, I think, like successful people and just people who are like complacent. Acting. It's like you're waiting for life to happen to you, but like you need to happen to life.
Yeah.
You can't wait for the universe to do its thing, as much as we like to say. Everything happens for a reason. It'll all work out. It will all work out, but only because you have to make those decisions and like do the things.
Yeah.
So I'm going to listen back to this.
Yeah. So this is your sign to do the thing that you've been thinking about.
Yes.
And stop waiting. Stop waiting for something to happen.
Yeah. Motivational talk over.
Yeah. That's pretty inspirational.
I think so too. Okay, my next update is when you guys are hearing this, assuming we post it this week, I'm going to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day.
Woo!
And another humbling experience. I'm going with Gab. We got together a couple weeks ago, started planning out like our reservations, and we're like, nice. Okay, we got into this one. We got a reservation here. We got a reservation here. The entire reason we are booking this Chicago trip for St. Patrick's Day is because I want to see the Green River. Only to find out they celebrate the weekend before. And the river is being dyed today, actually, as we are recording this. So we booked our flights already, non-refundable, got the hotel, and the river's not going to be green. So catch me editing every single photo. I'm going to Photoshop the green river in the back.
That would actually be hysterical.
No, I'm literally doing it. I've never been so disappointed.
That's a funny TikTok.
Yeah. So I'm humbled. Apparently the entire city like celebrates St. Patrick's Day this weekend, and we are going the weekend after. But we're still going to make it fun. I've always wanted to go to Chicago. But it's like, how do I not know this? If I wanted to go see the Green River so bad, why didn't I do my research?
Because you guys booked it in a matter of 5 minutes of having the idea. You didn't
that's
have
what
time.
we do. We're spontaneous, and it
Yeah.
always works out.
Anytime Ashley and Gabby are like see each other after they haven't seen each other in a while, they're like, all right, you've been wanting to go to Chicago? I've been wanting to go to Chicago. All right. And they'll book the flight and the hotel literally within those 5 minutes. And you're at a pregame or you're literally at a bar. And then all of a sudden you turn and they're just like on their phones. And then they're like, all right, so we're going. I'm like, wait.
We're very spontaneous together.
What?
I think it's because we studied abroad, and that's what we did for 4 months of our lives. We'd be like, wait,
it's very
should
natural.
we go to Morocco this weekend? Yeah, let's do it. And we'll literally book the flight right there. Yeah. I don't know. So if you have any Chicago recs and you're listening to this the day it comes out, I leave that Friday, send them my way. Open to anything, whether it's restaurants, bars, or like a museum. I want to go see the Chicago Little Bean thing. Maybe it's a show. Let me know. I'm excited.
They have a really amazing food scene.
Yeah, I'm going to spend so much money. Literally our only plans were like, all right, where are we going for breakfast?
Bar.
Where are we going for lunch? Where are we going to pregame? We're going to this bar that has like turtle racing. And then there's another one where like you take a shot or whatever, and then you chuck the shot glass at this bell and it like breaks or something. It's going to be rowdy. I'm really excited.
I'm terrified, but also
I'm
so
also
excited
terrified
for you.
I need to make sure I'm back in my drinking era, because
By that time.
yeah, by next weekend.
Yeah, I believe in you.
Yeah. So there's an update.
I'm dead.
And if you ever want to go to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day, they do it the Saturday before the Green River. The Saturday before St. Patrick's Day.
Now you know. The more you know.
Now you know. So you're welcome. There's your tidbit of the day.
Okay, so my next one is my birthday.
Woo!
So my birthday is beginning of April, and I don't typically ever do anything crazy for my birthday, but last year I experienced like a lot of my friends doing it up, and I just got really inspired.
Also, it's 25. It's a big birthday.
It is a big birthday. And so I'm renting a house in the beach town in Rhode Island that I grew up going to every summer, which is just like really special. I actually think I think the house is either the house that my family used to rent or the one next door to it. I like can't really tell from the photos.
Oh.
But it was just a house that we rented one specific summer. Mm-hmm. But regardless, it's like same beach, same whatever. And we're renting it obviously off season because April, you never know what the weather's going to be like. And I invited people from all different areas of my life, college friends, boyfriend, hometown friends, you name it. And so there's going to be 16 people.
It's a lot of people.
There's going to be 4 bedrooms.
Courtney.
But I already mapped it out. So we're sharing a room.
We are sharing a room?
We're sharing a room.
Me, you, Joe, and Matt are sharing a room?
We're sharing a room.
Is there...
We're sharing a room. We're not sharing a bed, but we're sharing a room. It'll be fun. 4 bedrooms, and there's 2 pull-out couches.
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
I literally told Ashley that she'd have her own room to herself.
Yeah, she's like, don't worry. Like, if you and Joe like can both make it, like you'll have
your own room. But then that just wouldn't be fair. But what better way?
I mean, I'm honored that you chose me and Joe to spend,
such an intimate 2 nights together.
Oh my god.
No, but listen up. So there's gonna be 4 people to a room. Their rooms are huge, and they have like queen or king size beds in all of them, and so there's enough spaces for air mattresses. Yeah. So I'm gonna get air mattresses for all the rooms.
That makes sense.
And then there's pull-out couches. That's fine. But this is the vibe of the weekend. It's quite literally gonna be you can do both weekend. It's gonna be very wellness, fun. So day 1 is Friday. Everyone's arriving at different times. And we are probably going to go grocery shopping, do all the things to get the house ready, whatever. And probably go to Newport that day. Whoever's around at that time, we'll go to Newport. Game night, whatever, wake up the next morning. Saturday's going to be the festivity day. So think coordinated sweat sets. That's the attire that everyone must wear. We're going on a beach walk. We're making brunch at home. We're having brunch on the beach if it's not too windy. We're spending some time outdoors. We're going to have a Pilates session, actually. Whoever wants to participate. Then I invited my psychic to come over.
Did you bring it up to her? Did you meet with your psychic?
Yesterday.
Oh my God, I need all the details.
It was nothing I didn't already know.
Okay.
But she did tell me some like monumental times where there's going to be changes in my life, which is just interesting. Okay. But I invited her to come. She's like, absolutely. So if people want sessions,
I'm so excited.
It's going to be a 15-minute session for $25.
Beautiful.
And yeah, so she's going to come. She'll give readings to whoever wants readings.
This is going to be so fun.
And then we're going to go out to dinner, like the place you've been to before, right on the water, which is nice. And then we can either go out to a bar after, or we can go back to the house, whatever we want. And then Sunday morning is Matt's birthday.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Happy birthday, Matt. So yeah, maybe like we'll get him a cake or something. And then we all say bye.
Perfect. Joe and I will be leaving at like 5 a.m. on Sunday because that's the day we have to move out.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'm very excited for your birthday.
Thank you.
Also, for everybody listening, to relate it to you, this is your inspo to have, like, go all out for your birthday. I used to be like, oh, not a birthday person. Like, I don't really care. I don't want to do anything. But now that I am the ripe age of 25, I will be this year.
Yeah.
I just think it's so special and it's so fun and it makes life more enjoyable.
It's literally just a celebration of life.
Yeah.
Like that's, and I honestly like feel some level of guilt because I'm like, oh my God, like my friends are paying like X amount of money to like spend my weekend with me, like on my birthday. Like how weird, like it's a weird feeling, but it's like they want to do this. Like
it's also like not even, yes, it's for you, but like take your birthday out of it.
It's just
they get to rent an Airbnb for the weekend, have coffee on the beach, do brunch with a bunch of fun people, go out to dinner. Like it's a weekend getaway. Yeah, no, it is. So it's going to be so much fun. Yeah, but birthdays should always be celebrated. It doesn't need to be like, I don't know. Birthdays are just, they only happen once a year. Yeah. So why not? Totally. With that being said, send me your birthday recs for my birthday. No, you have a great idea. I don't know if it's executable though with the building. We'll figure it out. Yeah. So more to come on that. Okay, and then my very last update or life mindset. I got this. So my mom, every time I go home, there's like stuff on my nightstand in my room at the condo, and this little journal was on it. Oh. Yeah. Also with like Aesop hand lotion and soap. Like, every time I go home, there's something. It's a little surprise. My mom is literally the best. What? And I was like, oh, I kind of like this. And it's gridded. And I think there's something to be said for, like, a grid journal. Oh, yeah. It just makes everything look better. Like, so symmetrical. Maybe I'm going to enter my journaling era. But anyways, with that being said, I have been channeling my abundance mindset. So I was listening to The Skinny Confidential. They did a solo episode recently. That's on my list to listen to. You need to listen to it. And it was basically just how we changed our lives or like reset our lives when we moved from LA to Austin. And I was so excited to listen to it because I was like, this is exactly what I need to hear right now. My inspo couple talking about how they moved and how they basically made all these changes to better their life, as Joe and I are literally moving in 3 weeks. Yeah. So I listened to it and I'm kind of channeling this whole spring cleaning session as I begin to pack things up because I don't want to bring everything that I have here over. And Lauren Bostic in the episode was saying, just donate all the clothes that you aren't like obsessed with. Donate all the things that like you don't want, and you have to let go of the, but like I spent so much money. Yeah. I spent $100 on this sweater, but I never wear it. And she was like, you have to let go because that is channeling your scarcity mindset. Scarcity. Yeah. Because it's like, if I spent $100, like I can't get rid of that. That's so much money. Whereas if you let it go, it's practicing the abundance mindset. It's like, I'm letting this go and now I'm going to have more return to me. Yeah. And for some reason that just really stuck with me because I do that specifically with clothing. I'm like, I feel so guilty donating this because I spent a decent amount of money on it. But realistically, it's just going to sit in my closet. Yeah. Who cares? The money's gone. I already spent it. That it takes up so much space. Exactly. And you just have to look at it and be reminded that you don't use it. Yeah. So not only with like packing and spring cleaning in that sense, but also just like I hosted like an event at work for Women's History Month. And we had like a speaker series and I just went to Trader Joe's and we didn't have a budget for it. But like I made each of the speakers bouquets.
So cute.
And I spent like $50 of my own money, and like it's kind of a lot of money. Like that could have been my groceries for the week. But in my mind, I was like, this is making me so happy. Yeah. It's going to make them so happy. And I think I'm also practicing like abundance. Like I'm giving things to other people and I know it's going to be returned to me.
Yeah.
And it's just made me feel really good. So if you want to switch up your mindset, maybe consider that one. I
love that. That makes you not even want to share my last one. Because that's such a good note to end off on.
No, share your last one.
I actually have like two that are semi-related to one another, so I'll just say it. Kind of going off of the moving piece that we had and how we're so excited for the next thing. I've been constantly having to remind myself to live presently and like really save time and space for my current situation, which is I'm living with two of my favorite people. Like I should not be so focused on the next move and where am I going to live? And like, I don't want that to drain all of my energy and take away from the moments that I still have living with some of my best friends. And so I think that can honestly translate in other areas of your life when you're looking forward to that new thing. It just takes you out of the present, like we kind of already mentioned, but just understanding that your feelings are valid and you like, it's okay to be so excited about something else while still being excited about what you currently have and making the most of the situation. So I'm also in an era right now where I'm trying to just spend as much quality time and do something at least like once a week that allows me to like have a good time. So like us going to Farmacia, that was supposed to be with Sophia, but she was in New York City. But it's okay. You're the honorary member.
I don't mind.
But like doing things like once a week at least, spending time with them and also trying to channel, maybe I won't be in the South End again. So I know we went to the North End last weekend, but like to go to places within the South End and just like absorb as much as I can of my current situation. Yeah. And then I guess this isn't as related as I thought it was, but in the essence of like really building friendships and like building a community of really great people, I actually had like this wild experience and like opportunity a couple of weeks ago. So long story short, if y'all have been along for the ride with this podcast, we've talked about Soho House before. So it essentially is just like a really cool physical location that you can pay to have access to. And it's a very selective process to get accepted into it. So you apply into it and then you get accepted and then you have access to either one specific location or you can pay more for locations to it all over the world. And whatever, it's a thing that exists. And the reason why Ashley and I know about it is because I've hosted work events at these houses, and just through work related stuff, because I work in a creative industry, like I have been +1s to the houses in a lot of different cities in the US. And so in telling Matt about this, and he also knew about it before, he's been to the Dumbo House in New York and different locations because he also has friends that are members. He was like, oh, how cool would it be if like I was a member and whenever we traveled, we would just have like a different Soho House to explore. Like we'll have a guaranteed like place you could stay. And it's just like, it's a vibe. The people there are unreal. And so he decided to apply like over a year ago. And because he's a finance bro on paper, like it's a different process. So it took a year for him to even get an interview. Mm-hmm. And so this girl emailed him a couple weeks ago and was like, are you available for an interview tomorrow? And he's like, yeah, sure. He gets on the phone. They're talking and the girl goes, oh, I'm actually going to Boston like next week for an event. And he was like, oh my God, really? Like what event? What are you coming to town for? And he's like, oh, she was like, oh, it's this thing like for Claim of Stories. I don't know if you know it, like a BIPOC business owner who like has a podcast and celebrates like people of color. And he was like, okay, so my girlfriend's literally putting on that event because it was like a Vista event.
What are the chances? Like if you guys have been around, you understand that Courtney's life is so interconnected and it just doesn't make sense. So for
basically we ended up meeting her at the event. She's just a super cool human being. She's like head of membership and communication for like a certain region of North America. So she's a boss lady. And we ended up having so much fun with her. We ended up getting drinks. We're like, oh, let's go out for a drink because she's not from the city. She's actually from Chicago. But Soho House does not have a physical location in Boston. So she runs a program called Cities Without Houses. And the purpose of it is so a community of members can exist in cities, and eventually they will get houses over time. But what they're starting to do is having programming. So fun events and happy hours that maybe it's once a month, maybe it's a couple times a quarter for the people that don't have the houses to actually meet up at. And so we ended up going out for drinks, and she messaged me like a couple of days later and was like, hey, like we just vibed. She was an Aries. Like it was like soul sister energy. Like we just got each other. We were talking about love languages at the bar. Like it was just like a vibe. Like she'd be my friend.
Yeah.
And all to say, I am now a member of Soho House.
Woo!
The Cities Without Houses specifically. And we're going to do it up. I basically was invited to be on a committee so I can help with like programming and building up the community aspect of it, which is once again, like just something that I love. And yeah, we're going to make it a cool place, even though there's not a house. So I'll be a decision maker within that.
So exciting.
And now once Matt gets in, because he still doesn't find out till like April or May, because he's like, are you fucking kidding me? He's like, so in my process of applying to get a membership here, you get invited to just be one. And I'm like, I'm like, it's funny how that works, doesn't it? I excite him to want to get a membership. He has to apply for it, wait a year, and then I meet someone through him, and she's like, want to be a member? I'm like, yes.
Literally, how? This would only happen to Courtney Carlton.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to join Soho, let me know. I can help you out. I can give you all the tea, but I also don't know myself because I'm a very new member. So that's that. And I'm just excited because I've always like longed, we always talk about this, like we want to find people that are like on our wavelength, building things, doing cool shit in our city, and it's very hard to come by. So I think this is just going to be an immediate like network and cool group of friends to have, and I'm going to meet so many more new people through it too.
Yeah, I think this will be good to expand your network for like the little consulting like side hustle that you want to do. I think that'll be your universe sign to tell you to get it going.
Yeah, exactly. And that's that.
And that concludes our very long catch-up brain dump
our
episode.
Hour 30 minutes.
Yes. We'll edit some
if you edit it, or no, if you listen to this whole thing,
we love you.
You're our bestie.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have an amazing week. We are probably going to release this episode and then go quiet for the next week because I'm going to be in Florida. Ash is going to be in Chicago, so we're going to skip out on a week. So don't miss us too much.
Anyway, so we'll talk to you in 2 weeks, and have a wonderful weekend, and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Live it up in Boston if you're here. It's always fun. Go to the parade.
Love you all. Wear green. Otherwise, you'll get pinched.
Great tip, Court.
And go to the parade if you're in Boston on Monday.
Yeah. Is it Monday or Sunday?
I thought it was Monday.
Oh, interesting.
You know what? I actually know nothing. Oh, Sunday the 19th.
Okay. It's Sunday. So go to the parade on Sunday. Also get some green beer. St. Patrick's Day is fun.
Yeah. You just got to do it up.
Yeah, you just got to do it up.
Just got to put energy towards it.
And on that, we need to end this very long episode. So have a wonderful week. Happy Thursday. And mwah, love you. Bye.